Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just putting my umbrella in your toe.
It sounded loud.
It fell. It has a metal tip.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi.
Hello,
Hi.
hello,
Hi.
hello.
Hi. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to get started in just a moment. We are happy you're here.
What are we doing?
Oh, I don't know.
We just talk about it.
We'll do Pilates mat.
Fun.
So there's that.
Great.
We'll do, hi mom. We'll do beginner.
Okay.
Yeah. That way, those that following along at home can continue to grow with us, progress their own practice to intermediate.
Cool.
Yeah. Great.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right. Okay, so ideally you're at home, you have a mat, you have somewhere your phone is so that you can hear it and maybe even see it out of the corner of your eye so that you can refer to Bianca's body for some visual cues. Go ahead and lay down. Actually, don't lay down. Start standing. We're going to start standing. Let's start standing.
Okay.
Hands behind your head, feet in Pilates stance, and then you're going to slide down an imaginary wall and zip your legs together as you stand back up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, use your abdominals to hug in as you lift tall from there. Good. Inhale down. Exhale up. 3 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Try to close your ribs a little more in the front and lengthen the back of your body. Last one. Down and up. Good. Now lift your heels high. Find a balance on your releve and lower your heels down. Inhale. And then exhale, stand back tall. Try to keep your heels squeezing together, your inner thighs squeezing together. Your abdominal scoop to lift you up. 3 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. You got it, girl. 2 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. Keep thinking about a magnet between your ribs so your ribs stay shut. Last one, down and up. And then lower your heels down. Take a breath. Good. And then lift your heels. Bend your knees. Straighten your knees. Lower your heels. Lift your heels, bend your knees, straighten your knees, lower your heels, just 2 more. Heels come high, scoop your abs, bend your knees, scoop your abs more as you stand tall, lower down. Last one, heels come up. Use your abdominals to go into that forced arch, lift, lower down. Good, and then lay down on your back. Now that you're standing and nice and tall, we'll lay down. Bring this long spine and tallness and abdominal connection to the floor with you. Bring your feet a little closer to your butt, Bianca. Arms long by your side. And we're going to warm up your pelvis. So imprint your low back on the rib cage and then come back to neutral. And you're going to breathe with this. Inhale in neutral. Exhale to imprint. Inhale to come back to neutral. So you're exhaling to press your low back into the mat. Ultimately, I want you to feel your abdominal muscles cinching and corseting around you on that exhale. And then it's out of necessity that you can't go anywhere anymore, so you tuck your pelvis from there. And then you let it go. 1 more inhale, and then exhale, tuck your pelvis. Release that, come into neutral. So you should have space behind your low back here in neutral. Take a nice big deep inhale, leave the space behind your low back, and curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades with your eyes on your belly button. Your hands will lengthen towards your heels and then roll your head, neck, and shoulders back down. When you curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades and gaze at your abdominals, you are in Pilates curl. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale to come up. Exhale, scoop the abs as you lower all the way down. That was so nice, Bianca. Just do 1 more like that. Inhale, curl up to Pilates curl. Exhale, lower everything down to Pilates curl. Now bring your legs up to tabletop and curl yourself up to Pilates curl. Good. And then start your marching here. So 1 leg goes down and taps and lifts up, and you switch down and tap and lift. Beautiful. So try to keep your pelvis in neutral, which means you have space behind your low back. Your pelvis is super heavy. That's going to put a little bit of action in the lowest abdominal muscle wall there, underneath your belly button, and you want to keep that on fire. 2 more times. Last one. Good. Hug your knees in. Imprint your low back and give yourself a rock side to side. You can lower your head down if you want. Beautiful. Let's go right into our 100 here. So with your knees into your chest, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Send your arms along by your hips. They hover right above your abdominal wall. Send your legs to a high 45 and start pumping your arms up and down. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going just like this for 8 more breaths. And if this is too much for you, you're keeping your head, neck, and shoulders down on the ground. That's your modification. Or your legs could be higher in 90 degrees. That's another one. But you could bring your legs closer to you. Or you could be in tabletop. If you're challenging yourself, you lower your legs down further away. 2 more breaths. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop pumping. Bend your knees. Lower your head. Take a breath. How's that feeling? Pretty good?
Good.
Do you feel warm?
Very warm.
Because that's your warm-up. Send your legs long on the mat. Legs are going to be long, straight, zip together with feet flexed. Inner thighs are hugging towards each other. Arms go straight up to the ceiling. Good. And then on your inhale, you're going to peel your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Roll through your Pilates curl to reach forward, dive forward, take a stretch here, and then roll down bone by bone. Good. Inhale here. Let's do this breath. 2 breaths. Inhale here. Exhale. Use your abdominal scoop to bring your head, neck, and shoulders up and reach forward. And find a big capital C shape here. So your rib cage is lifted up away from your knees and thighs. And then take a big inhale here and exhale as you roll down, scooping out the abdominals even more. Good. 3 more. Inhale, curl up. We're warming up the spinal mobility. And inhale here, exhale, roll down. Inhale to prepare, exhale to curl up. So we really want to get that spine super flexible, peeling yourself up off of a piece of paper like licorice, and then rolling yourself down one bone at a time, scooping the abs even more as you go. You have 1 more. Inhale here, exhale, use the abs to roll up. Inhale right here, exhale, use the abs to roll all the way down. Take your hands, place them on the mat beside you. Bend your right knee into your chest. Hands come behind the right thigh. Straighten your leg up to the ceiling. And bend the leg. And straighten. And bend. Bianca, see if you can find more distance from your hip and your shoulder. So drop your hip away from the shoulder on this side. Yeah, there you go. So she was kind of crunching her hip up towards her shoulder. I'm just asking her to find a little more length on that right side of the body. You can do that at home too. Straighten your leg and bend your leg. Straighten your leg again. Bring your hands onto the mat beside you. Turn your leg out slightly from the hip. And then cross the body, make a half circle with the leg. Lift it straight back up in one straight line. Inhale across, exhale to lift. And I want you to find as much stability in your hips as possible here today. So the leg moves, but the hips stay totally still. 1 more in this direction, and then reverse directions. Go straight down, across, and up. Inhale down, exhale, up. That's it, nice. 2 more, inhale, exhale. And last one, bend your knee, give it a squeeze. Send the leg long, and then bend the other knee into your chest. Left leg is in, and you're gonna do those straighten and bends, and while you do that, the left hip anchors down, it gets really heavy. It also lengthens away from the left shoulder, so if you have crinkles or wrinkles on the side of your shirt, try to make it longer, smooth that side of the shirt out. Last 2, and 1. Send the leg up, leave it there, turn the leg out slightly, bring the hands by your sides. The hands are there to help you anchor yourself and your hips. Bring the leg in a half circle across the body, exhale, lift it straight back up. Inhale across, exhale to lift. That's it. Finding so much stability in your hips. Flexing the opposite foot, imagining the left leg is still there for some tension, and then switch sides. Lower down, across and up. Inhale, draw a circle on the ceiling with your toe, make it super, super smooth. Last 1. Bend your knee in, give it a stretch. Perfect, send the leg along. Arms come up to the ceiling, and you're gonna take a roll up to come all the way up to sit. So peel your body off the mat, dive forward, reach and stretch. Rebuild the spine, sit up tall. Good, and then scoot your butt towards your heels, setting up for rolling like a ball. So rolling like a ball works on spinal flexion, but also gives yourself a little massage on the spine. I want you to really find a deep abdominal connection here to be in this ball position. Hands on shins, heels towards your butt, up off the ground. Your spine is round. Roll back to the tips of your shoulder blades and rock back up. Inhale, tilt your pelvis to go back. Exhale, come back up. And when you come up, hover behind your sits bones and try to resist that feeling of lengthening the spine up at the top. I want you to try to stay in that ball shape. It's a little bit harder, but it keeps the abs engaged the whole time. 2 more. Inhale back and exhale up. Last one. Inhale back and exhale up. Pause. We're going to go into a teaser here. So both legs straighten, your spine lengthens, and you reach your hands to your toes for 3 and 2 and 1. Lower your feet down to the ground in front of you and just seesaw out of this teaser. Watch your furniture because you might hit it. Good. And then lay down on your back. We set up for our ab series. We're already there. Amazing. Okay, so in our ab series, we have a series of 5 exercises, obviously focusing on the core. Let's get into our ab series. Okay, hug your knees into your chest. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Take both hands, place them on your right knee. Take the outside hand, the right hand, place it on your right ankle. Send your left leg long. Switch your hands and legs at the same time and switch and switch and switch and switch. So this is option 1. Option 2, if you have any head, neck, and shoulder issues, or if your abdominal curl isn't working quite for you yet, you can lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Otherwise, stay up and keep switching. Really pull the leg towards your body for a single leg stretch. That's going to be your stretch towards you. The opposition is your other leg stretches long away from you. You have 2 more. Last one. Bend your knees in. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Thank you so much for tuning back in. I apologize. It's like the day that we actually have people. I screw it up. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning back in. Let's go right into our double leg stretch now. We're going to break it down piece by piece. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Send your arms long by your hips, like your 100 position. Send your legs to 45 and bend your knees back in. Inhale to straighten your legs. Exhale, use your abs to draw the knees back in. 2 more times, long and in. Last one, out and in. Hold your legs there. Bring your arms back behind your ears or by your ears long. Hug your arms around, grab your knees. Inhale, the arms go back. Make a big circle wide to the side to grab the knees. 2 more times, arms go back and long. Exhale, bring them in. 1 more time, arms go back and long. Exhale, bring them in. Take a breath, lower everything down. Those are the 2 pieces of your double leg stretch. We're gonna put them together now. So you'll do both at the same time. Take a big deep breath. Keep your knees into your chest. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Arms are gonna go back by your ears. Legs go to 45. Exhale, circle your arms, grab your knees. Inhale, send everything away from each other. Exhale, hug everything back in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come in. 2 more. And if you wanna challenge yourself, you bring those legs down to a lower diagonal. Last one. Bend your knees in. Lower your head down. Take a breath. Good. Excellent. Now we go into our scissors. So curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. And straighten both legs up to the ceiling. Bring your hands behind your right thigh, calf, or ankle, whatever you're able to touch, that's totally fine. Lower your left leg down. Today, you're gonna lower your left leg down to the ground a 1/2 inch more twice. Pulse it down. So we're pulsing the left leg, not the right.
Got it.
Pulsing the left leg, right, not the right. The left leg is going down, and then you switch, and then the right leg goes down, down, and you switch. Left, left, right, right. Left, left, and on the other side, that leg that's being pulled in towards you is just staying still and trying to be as long as possible. And down, down, and down, down. 1 more. Even yourself out, and then bend your knees in, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Yeah, so it's a little different. Usually we pulse our leg towards our face. We're switching it up. See, I was trying to make Bianca think. That's what they say to do. That's what Joe really wanted us to do. He wanted us to be thinking about what we were doing with our body.
Very true.
So, gotcha.
Autopilot is a bad place to be.
It is, it is. We need to keep it fresh, make sure we know what's going on in our body for our brains, but also so that our muscles get a little bit of different work too, right? I mean, the system is great because it's corrective and we're constantly working on imbalances that are different daily, but we can still keep it fresh, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, let's do our lower lift. Bend your knees into your chest, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up, and then send both legs straight up to the ceiling. Hands could be behind your back if you have low back issues, or they could be behind your head if not. Pilates stance your feet here, heels together, toes apart. Lower your legs halfway down to the mat, and then exhale, lift your legs up. Inhale to lower, keep your eyes on your belly button, everyone, so that you stay out of the neck and into the core. 1 more time, even down, even up. We're gonna play with the tempo. Go down quickly and lift slowly. 2 more like down fast and up slow. One more time, quickly down, slowly up, and we reverse. Slowly down. Use your abs to quickly lift those legs up. Inhale, lengthen the legs away from you. Exhale, use your abs to bring them back in. One more time, slow, 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 and fast. Bend your knees, lower your head, take a breath. So good. Bring your hands behind your head for crisscross. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Your knees are still into your chest. Send your right leg long and switch and bring your up. I was gonna just have you do legs. See, Bianca's just like ahead of me today. This is the thing.
That's bad of me.
Yeah, it's okay. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. We're gonna isolate this movement too. So right leg long, left leg long. But here it's different than your single leg stretch. So stop your knee right over your hip. Good, and switch, and switch, and switch. Don't pull it in past your hip. That's it. So it's a true 90. Last two, last one. Bend your knees, lower your head. Good. Now we do the upper body. So hands behind the head, knees at tabletop, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Twist your torso to your right knee. Try to get your left armpit to your knee. And then switch sides. And switch. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Try not to let your hips rock. Try to peel up off your shoulder blades as much as humanly possible for you. Last one on each side. Come back to the center, then lower everything down. Now we'll put those two pieces together. So trying to keep stock of both of those things. Try to keep the leg tabletop, not super extended for this one today. And then focusing on that super, super twist, armpits to knee. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Send your right leg long, twist your torso to your left knee, and switch, and switch. Beautiful, good control of stopping the knee right over the hip. You have 3, 3, 2, last one. Come back to the center, lower everything down, and breathe. Very good. Take your hands behind your thighs, rock up to a seated position. Scoot your butt back so your legs are long on the mat. We'll set up for spine stretch forward. Legs open, mat width apart, hands come right in front of your shoulders. I've been thinking a lot about your back and your multifidus this week. Fun fact, vocabulary lesson. Your multifidus are muscles that are right here along your low back that make up a part of your inner core unit. So we talk a lot about that. It's your transversus abdominis in the front, your multifidus in the back, your pelvic floor at the bottom, and your diaphragm at the top. So this is a part of your core. And I want you to think of engaging these muscles to grow taller up the imaginary wall. Now keep these muscles lifted and engaged as you peel your head, neck, and shoulders off the wall just to the tips of your shoulder blades. And when you pull your abdominals in towards your spine more, this should be reacting behind you, the multifidus. Go again. Inhale, peel the upper part of the back off of the imaginary wall as you lift your multifidus up. Keep lifting the multifidus with the abs to sit up tall. One more time. Lift, 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 and reach. So you're working both sides of your abdominals. Lift all the way up, the front and the back. Good. Open the arms so that they're in your periphery. Keep thinking about lifting from those low back muscles. Twist your spine to one side. Dive forward, saw off your pinky toe with your pinky finger. Flip your back palm, gaze at it. Sit up tall in your twist. Twist to the other side. Sit taller and reach forward and dive. And then sit tall and twist. And reach and dive. Sit tall and twist. And reach and dive. And then just breathe your own breath today. Do whatever feels good. The only wrong breath is not breathing. And I want you to just flow as quickly as you can through this movement, focusing on precision, keeping your hips still, diving up and over your ribs to get down. Good. One more time in each direction, growing the multifidus off the wall every time. Come back to the middle and stop. Beautiful. Good. Zip your legs together, roll down to the mat. Perfect. Roll onto your belly. We'll set up for swan. So let's do swan with hands underneath armpits today, or shoulders. Flat on the mat, right under your shoulders. Internally rotate your toes so you can relax your glutes. Your glutes are not gonna work here, but your core sure is. So pull your belly button up off the mat as if there was a piece of fire, like a fire there, a candle right underneath your belly button. You don't wanna burn yourself, so lift it up. And then with a light touch on the mat with your hands, use your back muscles to lift you up off of the mat. Think about how long your spine is, not how high you're lifting. So your gaze is on the floor. And then lengthen your spine even more as you come all the way down. Inhale, a light grip with your hands. Use your back muscles to lift. Try to keep your rib cage down and crease over the lowest rib behind you. Lengthen, lower down. One more time, just like that. It's light touch on the mat to pull yourself up from your shoulder blades, drawing down your back. And then you lower all the way down. Now go ahead and press yourself up as high as you want, but keep your abs engaged and resist crunching in your spine. Good. And then lower all the way down, slowly with control. Keep thinking about growing your spine. One more time like that. You come up as high as you can, keeping the low back nice and long, no crunching. Abs are still lifting, and then you lower all the way down nice and slow with tons of control. Perfect. Prop yourself up onto your forearms. Make two fists, bring your knuckles together like you're wearing rings and they're touching. Press your forearms down into the mat to make your chest tall and proud, and turn on your abdominals. Relax your glutes here. Look to your right as far as you can. Tuck your chin to your chest, roll your neck to the left side, look over your shoulder to the left as far as you can. Bring your head back to center, and then we go left to look at your heel, tuck your chin, roll all the way to the right to look at your heel, come back to center. Do that one more time in each direction. This is a neck stretch, so you really want to twist that neck up and away from the shoulder to get a stretch. It's not just passive, it's a exercise too. Good. And then bring the gaze back to the mat right in front of you. Zip your legs together behind you. You can do a point. We'll do a flex for one kick and then a point for the other kick. So the foot is going to go like this. Flex, point. Flex, point. Usually we do one or the other. We're going to do both today. So kick your right heel to your butt twice. Once it's flexed, the second time it's pointed, and then your other foot goes left, right, and left. Cool. So trying to minimize any rocking in the pelvis, forward and back on the mat. Bianca has her knees separated because she's working on a knee injury. So if you have that going on for you and you're feeling like squeezing your legs together is a lot for your knees or your hips or your low back, just find a little bit of space between those knees and we can protect a lot of that and still do the movement and work on the hamstrings, which is the point. One more time on each side. Good. Lower the legs down. Sit back into child's pose. And breathe here into your pelvic floor. Let your pelvic floor go. Relax the breath. Calm everything down. Big breaths in. Ooh, that looks amazing. Bianca just had the most amazing expansion in her back from her breath. And that's exactly what I want to see, a full three-dimensional breath. So on the sides, into the back, everything. Take one more breath like that. And then roll all the way up to sit. And let's set up for our side kick series. So lay down on your side. Set yourself up at the back edge of the mat and bring your feet forward to the front edge. You can either have your hand propped up under your head like this, or you can have the arm long. It's basically whatever is best for your neck alignment. So I want your neck to be as much in alignment with your spine as possible. And then bring your feet towards the front edge of the mat. Flex both feet. And we're gonna start with front and back. So lift your leg up to hip height. The top leg comes to hip height, it's flexed. And you bring the leg forward, kick, kick, point, and sweep it back. Flex to kick it forward towards your face twice. Point to sweep the leg back. Good. And you're gonna find stability in your hips here. So that's the number one goal, is stabilizing the hips, scooping the abdominals, lengthening the hip down away from the top shoulder to straighten out those wrinkles. When you come forward, stretch the back of your leg. When you come back, stretch the front of your leg. One more time forward. Last time back. Bring the leg on top of the other leg, lower the leg. Now we're going into up, down. Flex your foot, lift the leg up, point the toe, lower it down. Flex to lift, point to lower. Flex up, point down. Two more times, and down. One more time, and down. Lower the leg all the way down. Take a breath. Lift the leg up to hip height, and you're gonna start a circle here. So first let's flex the heel, and draw a circle on a wall, an imaginary wall with your heel. Think about lengthening your leg along and squeezing the glute as you go back. And then point the toe and reverse the circle. That's it. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down, take a breath. Bring that top foot onto the mat in front of you. You can bend the knee and place the foot down, or if that's not good for your knees or your hips, lower the knee down on the mat. Lift the bottom leg up to the ceiling and pulse the inner thigh up for 8 and 7, 6, 5. Try not to rock those hips there as you go. Lengthen the leg longer. Last 2 and 1, and then circle your leg here. That bottom leg goes for a circle, and you're flexing the heel and you're using the inner thigh to lift. 3 and 2 and 1. Point the toe and reverse directions of the circle. 3 and 2 and 1. Lower that leg down. Send the other leg on top of it. Make sure both feet are towards the front edge of the mat again. Flex both feet, lift the top leg up, and then you're going to go into your bicycle. So your knee comes into your chest, you send the leg straight in front of you, sweep the straight leg back, bring the heel to butt, then the knee to chest, and then keep going just like that, like you're riding a bicycle here, a really weird bicycle that only has one pedal. And then keep your hip totally still. So try to avoid any crunching by using that abdominal engagement and thinking about the leg and the hip super long. And reverse directions of this bicycle, because it goes backwards too. It's a special bike. Yes. 2 more. Last one. Lower the leg down, take a breath. Flex both feet, lift the top leg up, bring the bottom leg up to meet it, and beat your inner thighs together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower everything down on 1. You have 1 more exercise here. Lift the top leg up with a flexed foot. Bring the toes to face the ceiling. Bring the foot back to parallel to the ground. Externally rotate the inner thigh and then bring the leg back to parallel. So you're moving this from the hip. Everything rotates out and everything comes back in and open and close. 2 more times. Open and close. Last one. Open and close. Lower the leg down. Roll onto your back. And take a figure 5 stretch. Figure 4 stretch here. I don't know how you do a figure 5. Figure 4 stretch here with that working leg. So if you were moving the right leg, you cross the right leg over the left. If you were moving the left leg, you cross the left leg over the right. Whichever you were doing on your own at home. And you can take the option to either put your hand on your knee that's across and press it away, or you could grab onto the opposite thigh and hug it in. Just take a little deeper into that stretch. And breathe here. Perfect. Uncross the legs and then lay on the other side so that we can work on the opposite leg. So set up the same way, long spine, hips stacked, shoulders stacked, hand either under your head or long on the mat, feet towards the front edge. Lift the top leg up to hip height, and you'll sweep it forward and back. It goes forward twice with a tiny kick, sweeps back once. You flex it as you go forward and you point to bring the leg back. And you're trying to eliminate as much rocking in your hips as possible by using your low abs for stabilization, and ultimately the other leg too, right? The leg we were just working is doing a lot of stability here. 2 more. 1 more. And then lower that leg onto the other leg. Flex the foot, lift it up. Point the toe, lower it down. Flex to lift, point to lower. Flex up and point down. And every time you move the leg up or down, think about it growing ½ an inch longer. So it's lengthening the whole body. Last 2. And 1 more. Flex up, point down, lower the leg down, lift the leg back up to hip height, flex the heel, and draw a circle here on an imaginary wall. Really nice. Keeping those hips still, keeping those abs engaged. Last 2. And 1, point the toe and reverse directions here. Every time you go back, think about squeezing right underneath the booty. that hip stability is working to build the glutes and build the strength around the pelvis and the hips. Good, and then lower the leg down, which protects your knees and ankles actually, which is pretty great. Bend that top leg, place the foot on the mat in front of you. Lift the bottom leg up and pulse the inner thigh up for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Leave the leg high, start your circle here. Point your toe, reverse directions. Perfect. Last one. Lower your leg down. Bring the top leg onto the bottom leg. Flex both feet, Pilates stance. Lift your top leg up. Oh, I lied, we did bicycles. Yeah, lift your top leg up, but it's in parallel. And then knee to chest, leg goes long, sweep the leg back, bend the heel to the butt. And try to keep your hips still. So try to avoid them moving with that bicycle wheel. I know it's super challenging, but that's what we're just trying to achieve. It's our ideal, and we work towards it every day. And then go back the other way. That's the best part. That's my favorite part about Pilates actually, is that there is an ideal. Maybe I can't do it 99% of the time yet, but I'm always constantly working towards the ideal, and I know what it is, which is pretty exciting. Last one. Lower that leg down. Now we go for our beats. Lift the top leg up to hip height. Lift the bottom leg up to meet it. You have 10 counts here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower both legs down. Lift the top leg up to hip height. This is your last exercise here. From your hip, you rotate the thigh bone up to the ceiling, and then you bring it back to parallel. And you turn it out, and you bring it to parallel. Open the thigh and close it. Keep those abs engaged. Think about wrapping that bone, that muscle around that bone in the thigh. One more, and then lower the leg down. Good. Turn onto your back. You'll take your figure 4 stretch on the other side. Maybe I'll invent a figure 5 stretch and teach it to everyone.
Maybe the figure 5 stretch like also includes like stretching out your arms.
There you go. Yeah, you do that at the same time. Maybe, or like, maybe I was just thinking fetal 5 and figure 4, and there's just so many words. Too many words. Good. Okay, uncross your legs. You know what time it is?
Teaser time.
It's teaser time. We should have a bell that goes off when it's teaser time, and it could go off at any moment.
Oh no.
And you have to do a teaser.
Surprise teaser time.
Surprise teaser time.
There must be like I don't know how you could do it. If you could set like an alarm but without knowing how much time. Can Alexa set like sneaky alarms?
She might tell us.
Indeterminate amount of time.
You'd be like, set a random alarm.
It could be like 3 hours from now. Wake up in the middle of the night.
I mean, if I said I didn't do that when I was getting my certification, I would definitely be lying. I no lie, I woke up one night in the middle of my certification doing the 100. I swear to God.
What?
I swear to God. I was in my bed trying to do the 100, and I woke up and I was like, what are you doing?
I did the 100 in the shower.
Oh, with water? Or like in a bath?
With water.
Or just...
Yeah, because off topic, fun fact, I like to lay down in the shower and meditate sometimes.
There you
I
go.
was like, I could do the 100.
I could do 100. Look, it's all about multitasking,
Multitasking.
ladies and gentlemen. All about multitasking.
Okay.
The more you know, the things you learn. I love it. All right, it's teaser time. Hug your knees into your chest. Send your arms straight up to the ceiling. Send your legs to a high 45. And then peel your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat till you come right behind your sits bones. Tuck your pelvis. Reach for your toes. Your chest is open. Your low back, your multifidus, is lengthened. Whew! And then lower your spine one bone at a time like a roll down. Keep your legs still until your shoulders touch, and then bend your knees in. You can grab onto your knees and rock your hips side to side a little bit. If you want to take a teaser 2, you may. Teaser 2 starts with your legs long on the mat. Otherwise, your option is to keep that teaser 1. Knees to chest, legs to 45, peel up. This would be teaser 2. Legs long, arms straight up to the ceiling. Start with them there because the couch is there. And then use your abdominals to lift your feet and your chest at the same time. Come into your teaser. Shoulders down your back. Yeah, it's hard. It's challenging. Teaser time is not easy. Lower your hands down to your hips and lift them up. 2 more times down and up. Try to move nothing else. Last one, down and up, and then make 3 big circles in one direction. Keep holding this teaser, you've got it. Reverse directions of your circles, 3, 2, 1, and then melt everything away from each other the same way it came. If you came up in a teaser 1, come down in a teaser 1. So when your shoulders touch, you bend your knees in. Rock your hips side to side. Beautiful. Place your hands behind your thighs. Rock up to a seated position. Let's do seal, because it's fun. So scoot your butt towards the front edge of the mat, and we're setting up similar to rolling like a ball. Take your hands, bring them together, palms together. Bring them in between your legs. Heels, I did already say heels together, toes apart. Wrap your hands around your ankles, round your spine out. So your hands are around your ankles this time. Now click your heels together twice here. Click, click. And then roll back to the tips of your shoulder blades. On your shoulder blades, click, click. Come back up, click, click. Come back to the tips of the shoulder blades, click, click. Good. And you're rocking back and forth here, trying to find enough control and precision to add those 2 little clicks. Click, click. And click, click. Now see if you can add a third click, 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 and back, click, 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 and back up. One more time, click, click, click. Good. When you come back up, place your feet down. Sit up tall and take a breath. Good. Come up to stand. Arms come up to the ceiling. We're going to do our serratus push-ups. So shrug your shoulders and then drop them away from your ears. Tuck your chin to your chest. Peel off an imaginary wall and find your hands on the mat. Walk your hands forward in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold here in your plank for a moment. Lower yourself down to your forearms. Make a fist with one hand, wrap the other hand around it, and you're in a plank spine, so your spine is straight. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together to lower your whole body towards the ground. Press them away to lift your whole body back up. Inhale down, exhale to lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chest. 3 more down and up. 2 more, inhale, exhale, press. 1 more, lower and lift. Bring your hands back onto the mat. Hike your hips up, you're in a down dog. Ooh, yeah,
This mat.
This mat, it's like funny, it like moves underneath you. And then walk your hands back to your feet, 1 hand at a time. Hang forward over your legs, take a breath. Bend your knees slightly and roll all the way up to stand. Perfect. And let's do a mermaid. So come to kneel on, let's be on the right side of your mat with your feet to the right. Like this? Yes. And you're in like a Z sit. Ideally, both hip sits bones are on the mat anchored. So whatever position your feet need to be in off to the side, do that to achieve that. Good. Arms come to a T position. Reach so far to the left you can't go anymore, and then find your hand on the mat. And then find your elbow on the mat and use the pressure in your elbow to lift your ribs up and over. So this is a stretch and your abs are working to lift that low side of your body. Shoulders away from your ears, rib cage close together. And then you're going to use your hand on the floor to press yourself back up to sit tall and take a counter stretch. Put your right hand on your right foot and reach up over to the left. Come back to center. Arms in a T, take that one more time. Reach so far to the left, you find your hand on the mat, you find your forearm on the mat, you press and lift up and over for that reach. Close the ribs a little bit. There you go. Lengthen your right hip down into the mat a little bit more, and then press yourself to come up. Take your counter stretch. Right hand to right leg, reach up and over. Come back to center, and then let's move to the left side of the mat with your feet.
Any particular way?
No. You come up to kneel, and then kneel and walk over. Or you could come up to stand. This is when you vogue. So legs are on the left of you. Arms are in a T position, sitting up nice and tall, using your multifidus. Reach to your right, find your hand, find your forearm on the mat. Press into the mat to lift up and over. Your neck is in line with your spine. It's not hanging and it's not craning up. Shoulders away from your ears, ribs are shut. You're going to use your right hand to press up to the middle and then take your counter stretch to the left. Good. Come back to center. Let's take that one more time. Reach so far to the right. Find your palm on the mat. Find your forearm on the mat. Press down to reach up and over. Bianca just made an amazing adjustment. She dropped her hip like 4 inches down to the mat on the left side. You can do that too. And then press into the hand to come back up to sit tall and reach up and over for for your counter stretch to the other side. Good, and then come all the way up to sit tall. And we're all done for the night. Yay!
Yay!
Good work. So we did beginner with an intermediate ending, mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for putting up with my technical difficulties. You know, I have some things to work on. I'm not quite a millennial. But thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. And I'll see you soon.